Check this out. The moment every Chicago Bears fan has been waiting for might be closer than we think. There's a 6-time Pro Bowler who's had enough with his current team and wants out ASAP. And all signs are pointing to him wanting to suit up in blue and orange. But that's not all. Keep your eyes on the defense. A former first-round draft pick could be just a step away from signing with the Bears. And if you're already pumped about these rumors, wait till you hear the latest on Gervon Dexter Sr. This young talent is making his mark in every game, and many are already calling him Chicago's next beast. Are the Chicago Bears about to pull off the biggest move of the season? Let me tell you, it's more than possible. We're talking about a 6-time Pro Bowl receiver who wants out of his team. And no, I'm not exaggerating. These are the kinds of moves that can turn a franchise around. Now I've got to ask you, do we really need this kind of boost? I think we do. We're sitting at 2-2, coming off a big win against the Rams. Caleb Williams and the offense are finally clicking, but what if we give Williams another lethal weapon? Let's be real. Davante Adams has requested a trade. Yes, folks. And the Chicago Bears have the chance to snag one of the best receivers in the league. Just imagine him on our team. Gives me chills just thinking about it. Picture this. Williams throwing to a lineup with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Odunze, and now add Davante Adams to that mix. That's when things get serious. I'm telling you, no team could sleep easy knowing they're up against an offense with that kind of firepower. Now what's the price? That's where things get tricky. The Raiders have made it clear what they want. A second-round pick and a bit more compensation. It's not cheap. I won't lie, but if you want talent, you've got to pay up. The real question is, are we willing to pay that price for a 31-year-old player with over $70 million left on his contract? Because that's the bottom line here. I think if we really want to compete at the highest level, these are the kinds of moves that need to happen. We can't sit still when we've got the chance to give Caleb Williams one of the league's top playmakers. Look, we're seeing a team that's finally finding its identity, showing they can compete, but if we want to go further, if we really want to make the playoffs and make some noise, we need a game-changing receiver. And Adams is that guy. Should the Bears really take a chance on a former first overall pick who's already been through 6 teams and is 6 years removed from his last Pro Bowl? Now, I ask you, is this really what we need in Chicago? Let me tell you this. Jadeveon Clowney has the experience, he's got the resume, but does he still have the impact we need on the defensive line? Look, the numbers don't lie. In 2023, Clowney played all 17 games, starting 15, and recorded 9.5 sacks. But let's not kid ourselves. Are those sacks enough to give him the responsibility of reviving our defense? I think in a situational role, he could definitely bring value. Maybe be that veteran spark our young guys like DeMarcus Walker and Austin Booker need to speed up their development. But we can't expect Clowney to come in and magically transform the defensive line. What we need is someone who can lead and mentor. Someone who brings the leadership that's missing in the locker room. Now think about this. $20 million over 2 years. $20 million, that's a big chunk of change, especially when the Bears only have $7.2 million in cap space. So if we want Clowney, something's got to give, and that means someone would have to leave Chicago to make that deal happen. Here's where it gets interesting. What do you think? Should we sacrifice 1 or 2 players to bring in Clowney and bolster our defense? I believe Clowney could be the piece that adds depth and experience, but we can't completely rely on him. He's not going to be the magic solution to all the Bears' problems, and we need to be clear about that. Gervon Dexter Sr., who saw this kind of dominant force coming in his second year. Let me ask you, how many of you thought Dexter was going to be this kind of player for the Bears? I'm telling you, this guy has gone from being a defensive line prospect to becoming an absolute monster in just 4 games this season. We're talking 12 tackles, 3 sacks, and 9 quarterback pressures. These aren't average numbers. These are Pro Bowl numbers. And we're just getting started. So why isn't there more national buzz about him? Because Jalen Carter is getting all the attention. I believe this is where the national media is making a big mistake. Carter, the guy everyone claimed was the most dominant defensive talent in the draft, is putting up fewer stats than Dexter, and he's playing more snaps. How is it possible that Dexter, with better performance, isn't getting the recognition he deserves? Now I ask you, Bears fans, what kind of impact do you think Dexter will have by the end of this season if he keeps up this pace? I'm telling you, if this guy stays on this trajectory, he's not just going to be a Pro Bowler, he'll be in the All-Pro conversation. His ability to pressure the quarterback and stop the run is being seriously underrated, and I don't understand how the league hasn't caught on yet. Let's take it back a bit. When the Bears selected him in the second round of the 2023 draft, a lot of people were left scratching their heads. I know many were thinking, why didn't we take Carter? But let me tell you, the Bears coaching staff saw what others didn't. They saw a player with the physical tools and massive potential, even if he wasn't fully developed yet. Gervon Dexter was a raw gem, and now, just a year later, he's showing why the Bears took a chance on him. Let's talk about his growth. Last year, it was clear Dexter was transitioning, relearning how to play within the Bears' defensive system. He wasn't a starter, but you could already see flashes of what was to come. What impresses me most about Dexter is his dedication in the offseason. He changed his diet, transformed his body, and now we're seeing the results of that hard work. Not many players have that level of work ethic. Look, I believe it's only a matter of time before Dexter gets the national recognition he deserves. We're witnessing the rise of a star. But will it be enough for the rest of the country to realize what's happening in Chicago? I say yes, but only if he keeps dominating the way he is right now. This Bears defense is one of the best in the league, and Dexter is playing a huge role in that. His name will be in all the conversations by the end of the season. Now, I want to know what you all think, loyal Bears fans. Would you be willing to part with a second-round pick for a player like Davante Adams? Is he the missing piece we need to take this team to the top? I say yes, but I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below. Now I ask you, would it be worth sending one or two of our players to Carolina to bring in a talent like Clowney? Or do you think we should keep focusing on developing the talent we already have at home? This could define our season, so I'm eager to know what you would do if you were in the position to make that decision. Share your thoughts. Lastly, I'm telling you this. Gervon Dexter is making an impact on every play. Do you think he'll be the next great leader of our defense? Can he maintain this level of play throughout the season and guide us to success? I believe he can, but I want to know what you think. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Now, if you haven't done so already, this is the perfect time to subscribe to the channel. Here, we don't just talk about the Bears. We're a family, a community that shares a passion for this team. So join us, leave a like, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive news about our Bears. I'll see you in the next video, Bear Nation.